I'm Allison Garapi, and today is Friday, February 17th, 2012. If you have an idea for a story, please contact our producers, John Wine or Ryan Smith. And now to Lily with a story on the Grammys.
Many nominations in many categories, but here are the winners for the most popular categories. For Record of the Year was Adele with the song Rolling in the Deep. Album of the Year is 21 by Adele. Song of the Year is Rolling in the Deep by Adele. Best New Artist is Bon Iver. Best Rock Song is Walk by the Foo Fighters. Best Rock Album is Wasting Life by the Foo Fighters. Best R&B Song is Fool for You by CeeLo Green. Best R&B Album is F.A.M.E. by Chris Brown. Best Rap Song is All of the Lights by Kanye West. Best Rap Album is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. Best Country Song is Meme by Taylor Swift. Best Country Album is Own the Night by Lady Antebellum. Best Gospel Song is Hello Fear by Kirk Franklin. Best Gospel Album is Hello Fear by Kirk Franklin. Best Historical Album is Band on the Run by Paul McCartney. Best Alternative Music is Bon Iver by Bon Iver. Best Dance or Electronic Album is Scary Monsters and Nice Spritz by Skillerix.
Movie reviews The Vow, rated PG-13, was just released in theaters on the 10th and got a 71% out of 100 likes from the audience members, and is 27 out of 100 from critics. The storyline is a newlywed couple recovers from a car accident that puts the wife in a coma. Waking up with severe memory loss, her husband endeavors to win her heart again. Critics say that The Vow is too shallow and familiar. On the other hand, one critic did say that The Vow was unusually expressive. Another movie that rocked the charts is The Secret World of Arietta, rated G. A cute story about a 14-year-old girl named Arietta, who is a borrower, and a 12-year-old boy named Jean. They embark in many adventures together and become good friends, while Arietta still tries to protect her family. Critics ranked this movie with a 94% out of 100, and viewers rank it as an 83% out of 100, labeling The Secret World of Arietta a must-see movie in theaters. In theaters February 17th. Thanks to www.RottenTomatoes.com, I was able to get this information.
You can make sparks fly at Gateway by signing up for the district's welding program. Students in grades 9 through 12 can enroll in welding. It's a full vocational program for high school students. There is also a one-semester elective, Metals Technology, which is open to all students. Students learn about all areas of welding, and when they complete the program, they are ready for the workforce. The welding program has even assisted us here at GNN by creating the frame that holds the teleprompter for our studio. The welding program has created many items for use in the school, such as racks for media equipment and brackets for shelves, as well as coat racks and hanging basket hooks. In Metals Technology class, students can make items such as napkin holders, trivets, and candle holders. If the welding program is interesting to you, please visit Mr. Kohler in High School Room 169 for a tour.
Here's the sports update. The girls' basketball team is currently 14-2 and has won the Tri-County League title and is headed to the Division III League tournament. The boys' basketball team is 4-14 with 2 games left in the season. The wrestling team has completed the season schedule and completed the Western Massachusetts tournament, where 2 of our wrestlers, Sam Rexer and Justin Sini, qualified to complete the state tournament. Boys and girls alpine skiing both had strong seasons again this year. On Tuesday at the Western Mass individual race, 3 of our skiers qualified for the state tournament. They're Austin Herman, Caitlin Bodo, and Liz Simonowitz. The state race is Tuesday, February 28th at Mount, Massachusetts.
There are many upcoming events at Gateway. The Wellness Center and school will be closed on February 20th for President's Day. School will also be closed the 21st through the 24th for winter break, but the Wellness Center will be open. And just a friendly reminder, vocational school applications are due by Thursday, March 1st.
The Gateway Social Club is a student-organized group based upon the Best Buddies model, which pairs students for the challenges with their peers in an effort to build friendships. The hope is to break the bias and negative attitudes that re-brought upon teens who feel they may not fit in. The students in the group have lunch together every Friday. They are planning a fundraiser event that will take place in mid-March. For more details on the fundraiser or the Gateway Social Club, please see Ms. Smith in room 111 in the high school.
On March 10, 2006, NASA issued a solar minimum threat, which means the sun would be quiet and have very little solar activity for a period of a few years. Upon issuing the solar minimum, they also issued a severe solar storm warning for the 2012 and 2013 years. They are calling it the quiet before the storm. On January 23, 2012, our sun erupted the biggest solar storm since 2005. Although the size of the storm was classified as large, there were no immediate problems that were caused. Scientists at NOAA said the biggest threat of the storm was radiation, and some airports even canceled flights to prevent navigation problems. So what is a solar storm? A solar storm is an event in which solar activity on the sun interferes with the Earth's magnetic field. It is an explosion of particles from the sun that can harm satellites, cell phone signals, global communications, and anything electronic. The Earth gets hit by these storms roughly about every 10 years, but our magnetosphere acts as a barrier to keep the dangerous particles out. The problem is that when there is a big enough storm, it can go right through our shield. What happens when it goes through? The particles puncture the magnetosphere, and they cripple anything that relies on electricity. It could take down satellites, aircrafts, cell phones, computers. In today's world, that would be catastrophic. It could also knock out power, and it would take months, if not years, to turn it back on. Back in 1859, one of these storms occurred. It was the largest ever recorded, although then it was not a big deal because electricity was not widely used and only on telegram wires, which were destroyed during the storm. This largest storm is in a period of solar maximum and is called the Carrington event because Richard Carrington was the scientist that observed this super solar storm. Today we have power lines and computers that give us the resources to do daily tasks and bring food and water to people, so this is a big deal. Not only could it stop devices from working, but it would also fry their internals, making them unusable even after the storm has gone. Imagine a world without power, transportation, and computers. Every 150 years or so we have a solar storm as large as the one back in 1859. So scientists have been working hard on preparing the world for what to do when this happens. If a storm was to hit and knock us off the infrastructure, it would destroy everything, and the time it would take to rebuild would be decades. Upon knowing this, the United States government hired scientists to make a huge box the size of an 18-wheeler that would protect all countries' information and important data. They have also developed satellites that give us a warning of when the storm will hit. With this information, they could shut down the power grid and prevent the months or years without power. Unfortunately, we can't save everything, so it'd be a good idea to learn how to unplug the circuits in your phone, computer, and other devices to prevent the destruction of them, because after the storm, the market value to fix our devices could be in the trillions. The latest data from NASA and NOAA says they would be able to provide about 12 to 24 hours warning before it was to hit Earth. Late 2012 and early 2013 is supposed to be very active, and they believe the storm maximum could happen in around May of 2013. There is a chance it could or could not happen, but as time gets closer, we will know more. Our due date is here, and it is not impossible for this event to arise. If you'd like to know more information, please visit science.nasa.gov and search the solar storm warning. We at GNN would like to wish you a very nice vacation. You're watching Casey's Corner. I'm Casey Pease, and that's The Scoop.